Hello, morning, it's Stefan here, and I'm having my weekly conversation with Riley about examples of people I've worked with, some of the challenges they've overcome, and how we address that. And this morning, what I wanted to talk about was the fact that I'm a coach, and that means that there are three areas that I'm able to work with. Areas of my expertise based on my previous work and previous employment. Areas where I have no expertise, but I'm purely relying on my coaching ability and my ability to facilitate somebody's thoughts. And then somewhere it sits in the middle. So I have experience of what that individual's doing, or some experience, but I'm using my coaching ability to be able to question them and facilitate how they're going to approach it. So I know, I have no idea, and I have an inkling, and my coaching experience enables me to help them. So an example I'm going to talk about today of where I've helped somebody was to work with a head of a charitable organisation. She highlights to me that she hasn't had a decent sleep in around 20 years, and she wonders if I can help. Now, I've obviously got some experience of not sleeping very well, but by the same token, it's not an area that I specialise in. What I specialise in is asking questions, facilitate thought. So in that scenario, what I talked about is what would be your ideal from a coaching perspective? What's your goal? We talked about what you wanted, we talked about why, and we talked about the difference it would make to a life. Then what we explored was the reality. So are there, for example, times when you go to bed earlier and get more sleep than other times, even if it's only 1 or 2 minutes? And there clearly were. So what we talked about were what some things that she did that enabled her to sleep just that little bit more. So it wouldn't surprise you to hear that she said, switch my laptop off earlier, have my meal prepared so I can eat my meal, listen to or watch a program that enables me to chill out. So what we talked about is what would need to happen in order to be able to replicate those things and do those things more often on a daily basis, and what else could she do to add to those to increase the likelihood that she would sleep. So we explored options. What we then did is we're in a position to go, so having had that discussion about when you sleep better and some of the things that you think would make you sleep even better, we talked about what are you going to do? What are you going to try? So we commit, and she committed to a way forward. I have a conversation which is about how committed are you? She says that she's an 8. I talk about what would make you a 9 or a 10, and she talks about reporting into me a few days in to see how it's going. I'm really comfortable with that. I'm not the overseer, but what it will mean is she holds herself to account by making sure that she's checking in with me to see how it's going. Do you know that for the 5 days that followed our coaching session, she slept properly for the first time in 20 years? Now, I'm not an expert in how to sleep and to get out and sleep, but I used my coaching experience to get her into a position to be able to sleep more effectively by her assessing what she does. Now, she fell off the horse after the 5 days because she stopped doing the things that had helped her to sleep. So my role as a coach is to go, what enabled you to sleep? What prevented you from sleeping? And how do we maintain you staying on the horse? So she's a leader of an organisation, a charitable organisation, who would do even better work if she got great sleep. And I didn't use my expertise or my subject matter expertise to help her. I used my coaching experience to help her. And so if you have an issue or a challenge that's getting in the way of you taking your organisation, your company, your department, or your team of people forward, then I can help you from an experience perspective, or I can utilise my coaching to help you. Get in touch at hello@thelittleboatiow.co.uk, and I would love to speak with you. And I know that Riley, who's filming this, would love to hear about how that worked for you too. Ta-ta for now.